Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are jumping headfirst into the absolutely wild, high-stakes world of the billionaire romance thriller. We've waded through a few of these stories, and let me tell you, it is a crazy ride of private jets, elaborate criminal plots, and, as it turns out, a surprisingly predictable formula. Okay, let's get into it.
And this quote, this right here, just sets the stage perfectly. See, this isn't just about romance. It's about power, extortion, and corrupt cops literally plotting to destroy a billionaire's life. This is the kind of over-the-top, super dramatic tone that defines this entire genre, and it's our perfect entry point for breaking down the formula.
So, instead of just giving you a boring recap of the plots, we're going to deconstruct the formula that makes these stories tick. And we found it boils down to 5 key ingredients. You've got the billionaire blueprint, the dangerous damsel, the criminal conspiracy, the inevitable betrayal, and of course, you have to have the violent climax.
Okay, first up, the man at the very center of everything. Every single one of these stories kicks off with him, the billionaire protagonist. And what's fascinating is that they aren't just rich. They are all kind of cut from the same powerful and, usually pretty damaged cloth.
So let's take Zephyr Calderon. This guy's a tech mogul, a multi-billionaire. So for him, it's not even about the money anymore. His real motivation is this craving for something more. The quote says it all, right? He wants power, control, and that rush that his billions just can't buy. Then you've got someone like Tyler. His whole story is forged in this fire of family betrayal. I mean, he was disowned and cast out by his own father, and that rejection completely shaped him. All that deep trauma is what fuels his ambition. It creates a different flavor of the same archetype, one that's built on proving everyone wrong.
And for our third billionaire, Ethan Blackwood, his motivation comes from romantic trauma. A past relationship ended so horribly that he just completely retreated from the world, pouring all of his energy into building this huge art gallery empire. For him, the business isn't just a business, it's a fortress he built to protect a broken heart.
So you see the pattern, right? Their backstories might differ a little, but the blueprint is always the same. Immense wealth, a hauntingly traumatic past, and total, absolute authority over their little empire. This combination is the foundation that the entire thriller is built on.
All right, on to our second element, because this is where things get interesting. Every single one of these powerful men has his perfectly controlled world turned completely upside down. And it's always by one person, the dangerous damsel. She is the absolute catalyst for all the chaos that's about to break loose.
And here they are, and yep, another pattern emerges. You have women who are forced into this world, like Olivia. You have personal assistants like Harper and Jennifer who get in way over their heads. And then you have total outsiders like Kelly Reyes, an art teacher who just gets sucked into this vortex. They all start in these seemingly normal roles, but they very quickly become the center of some extraordinary danger.
And honestly, this quote from Olivia just perfectly sums it up for all of them. This is that exact moment of shocked realization, that oh no moment, when they understand they are no longer in control and have been dragged into a very dangerous game.
And that game is our third element, the criminal conspiracy. This is the engine that drives the whole story forward. And we're not talking about some simple crime here. It's always a complex, multi-layered plot that's aimed directly at the billionaire, his empire, or the woman he's starting to care about. I mean, let's just break down the plot against Zephyr. It is a masterclass in manipulation. You've got these corrupt cops who find a vulnerable target, Olivia, and they use her sister's death to blackmail her. Their whole goal? Force her to plant a thumb drive with a virus on Zephyr's computer so they can get remote access to his billion-dollar AI and extort him for millions. You see how intricate that is?
Now, in Ethan's story, the conspiracy is just this relentless campaign of terror, and the escalation is incredibly fast. On day 1, it's just a confrontation. By day 3, her apartment's been trashed. Day 7, all her artwork is stolen. And just 10 days in, Ethan is ambushed and shot. The whole pace is designed to just create maximum chaos and fear.
So this brings us to the fourth and maybe the most crucial part of the formula, the inevitable betrayal. It's that moment where you think you know who the good guys and bad guys are, and then bam, the story just pulls the rug right out from under you. A trusted figure is revealed to be the enemy in disguise.
Here it is, the moment of betrayal for Olivia. She thought she was dealing with law enforcement, people who were supposed to help, but then Officer Hale just lays it all bare. They don't care about justice. They are the criminals. This quote reveals their true nature,
showing her that the very people meant to protect her are the ones orchestrating her nightmare.
In Ethan's world, the betrayal is deeply, deeply personal. Lauren, this woman from his past, reveals her motive to Kelly. And it turns out she wasn't just some random stalker. She was his former mentee and lover, who claims Ethan abandoned her and their child. The whole conspiracy is actually just a personal vendetta.
And this final betrayal is maybe the most shocking. You've got Richard, Sarah's fiancé. He's practically family. But this one, deceptively calm line spoken to his partner in crime, Anita, confirms the absolute unthinkable. He's been planning to murder his own fiancée and her brother Tyler all along just to seize control of their company. The betrayal comes from the person they trusted the most.
So, with all the conspiracies and betrayals laid bare, how do these stories possibly end? Well, that brings us to our final component, the violent climax. Because after all the intricate plotting, the resolution is always decisive, and it's almost always bloody.
And that gets us to the genre's core belief. By the final act, talk is cheap. Diplomacy has failed. The conspiracies are just too tangled to unravel peacefully. The only way to end the threat and protect the people you love is through absolute force.
And the body count proves it. Across the stories we looked at least 5 of the main bad guys meet a violent end. The corrupt officer Davis gets killed in a warehouse shootout. The vengeful ex-lover's accomplice, Daniel, is shot by police. And the treacherous fiancé Richard and his lover Anita, both killed when their own murder plot goes wrong. In this world, the villains don't go to jail, they go to the morgue.
So that's the formula. A traumatized billionaire, a catalyst damsel, a complex conspiracy, a shocking betrayal, and a violent end. It's a blueprint for chaos that seems to absolutely grip readers. Which leaves us with one final question to think about. After all the bullets have flown and the betrayals are settled, what is it about this dark, violent, and forbidden world that keeps us coming back for more?